Hey y'all, this week I'm going to introduce you to chord scales. Now, a lot of people get a little intimidated by chord scales, but you shouldn't, because if you've been through the past few videos, you can play a major 7, a minor 7, a dominant 7, and a minor 7 flat 5. I've taught them to you in basically 4 different shapes or configurations of your fingers, however you want to look at it that way, and shown you how to reduce them down to 3 notes so that you can voice your chords on either the first string or the second string. This is going to be a really good practice. We're going to stay in the key of C, and we're going to voice our scale starting on the second string, the lowest C note we can get. And we're going to end up on the first string, whatever that is, 8th fret? Yeah, I think so. And we're going to follow the C major scale. So there's no sharps, no flats. It's super simple. It's, we'll do it from here. C, D, E, F. And when we get to F, we're going to switch to G, A, B, C. So again, we're going to go. That's the scale we're working with. I think chord scales are super important. Not only does it help you learn all the notes on the neck and feel very comfortable moving around on the neck and staying in the right key, it teaches you how to, when we get into arpeggios, to solo over a chord. So if you're playing more jazz-based music where you need to play a different either scale or arpeggio every time the chord changes. It's not intimidating at all because we got the arpeggios under our fingers going all the way up and down the neck. It also teaches the relationship of chords in a key. Now, that would be really important when we get into like chord substitutions and chord embellishments. You'll know if I say play 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Well, that makes no sense to you right now, but when you realize it's the 3rd chord, it's the 6th chord, so E minor 7, A minor 7, D minor 7, G7, back to C. That's actually, if you think about it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's C, D, E, F, G, A, B. C would be the 8th again. So the 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, I think is what I just said. It's going to be the 3rd note, the 6th note, the 2nd note, the 5th note. Real simple. Now, why do we know that in a chord scale the proper chords are C major, D minor 7, E minor 7, F major 7, G dominant 7, A minor 7, B minor 7, flat 5, and C? Well, each string is going to move in perfect unity, I'm not going to say the word harmony because that wouldn't be quite right, on the C major scale. So I'm going to start here using my C major 7 chord that we talked about. It's a 3-note C. We're just leaving the top note, the 5th, off because I want to voice it here. Your highest note is the voice of the chord you're going to hear. If I were to lay my finger across here and get the G, you would hear it voiced as more of the G would be the sound that's ringing out. Now you could damp the G, but I wouldn't. Let's just take it right here, 3 notes. We got C, E, B. Now we're going to move them all up 1 notch of the scale. So D, F, A. That's a D minor 7. Again, leaving the top note off. E, G, what is that? D. E, G, D. F major 7 again. F, A, E. Yeah, F, A, E. G dominant 7. We'll play this one right here. G, D, F, B. A minor 7. A, E, let's see, A, E, I've lost my place again, F, G, oh yeah, A, E, G, C, yeah, and then the B minor 7 flat 5, That's going to be B, F, I'm doing that again. Wait, F, G, A. Yeah, the A is the 7th to the B, of course. And then D. And then we're back to the C major 7. So it's C, G, B, and E. So each note moved up 1 degree of the major scale with each chord. And that's why the chords change from major 7 to minor 7, because if we go here with a major 7, C, E, B, and we move everything up 1 notch, so C goes to D, E goes to F, B goes to C, that becomes a D minor 7 chord, not a D major 7. I mean, the major would be here, but we're here. There's no F sharp in the C scale. There's an F in the C scale. So when we go up to E minor 7, the same thing is true. We've gone from F up to G. We didn't go G sharp. See? That makes it a minor 7 chord. When we go to F, we're back to a major 7 because we've got the F, A, and E. See, everything's moving up 1 degree, 1 notch at a time. So let's go through that again, and I'm just going to strum through them, and then I'll show you how to arpeggiate them. So, whoops, didn't quite play that cleanly. That's it. It's actually that simple. So, all right, that's your chord scale, and it's going to take you a couple of days to get that down. But remember, you know all these chords, and I'll put a link in the show notes to a chord chart that somebody put out for free on the internet that has the exact same shapes I use. Mine actually comes from the old 1920s McNeil method for tenor banjo. That's where I learned this system, and then I found this thing online for mandolin chords. I was like, yeah, hey, I don't have to write them all out again. So anyway, I'll put a link to that. Now let's go arpeggios. All right, C, E, G, B, C, D, G, E, C. Now we'll go to D. That's D, F, A, C, D, E. That's E, G, B, I guess, yeah, B. Yep. D, E. And where are we up to now? F. F, A, C, E, F, G. You can hear the difference in a dominant 7 that's at the F being played there, but that's G, B, D, F, G, E minor 7. I mean A minor 7, sorry. So A, C, E, G, A. B minor 7 flat 5. Oops. That's B, D, F, A, B to C. So C, E, G, B, C. All right, let's get it a little quicker and it'll flow better for you. Oops. Oops. a couple of little mistakes there, but we'll see. I'll do it one time, maybe half speed. Oops. There, see, we just covered a great deal of ground on the fretboard. And these are voiced all with the tonic note of the chord on top, so C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So that's the one of each chord is what's on top. We can play these other ways too. We can put the 3 on top, we can put the 5 on top, or we can put the flat 7 on top. So, for the next week, practice this one. Practice with the tonic note on top. Follow that scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Up and down, back and forth, maybe 15 minutes a day. It's no big deal. I mean, when you get started, it's going to take you probably 20-30 minutes to get your chords under your fingers and everything. But once you do, you'll be able to play them in your sleep. You'll be able to pop through that in about a minute, or less. And really important, it's good ear training. Understanding of harmony, the relationships of the notes, the 1, 3, 5, and 7s. Well, like I said, it just gives you freedom to move all over the fretboard. And if somebody hands you a chord chart, or they want to play a song with a chord that you're not used to soloing over, all you have to remember is the arpeggio of that chord and its relationship to the main key, the signature key of the song. And you'll just be able to go right to it and right back down, and no big deal. You'll soon be playing everything by ear, which is the goal. That's my goal, and what I'm trying to teach you anyway, is to learn to play everything by ear, and any style and any genre of music you happen to like. And these chords, whereas if you're just a bluegrass, straightforward, you're not going to play anything but bluegrass, you're never going to play a major 7 chord, you're never going to play a minor 7 flat 5, you're not going to play anything like that. But when it's time to take your break, you can throw in these arpeggios and they're going to sound perfect in the key of C. You're not playing the full chord. You're not going to, everybody's strumming this C chord here. Well, you can go. That's just over C, right? And then if it moves to F, you can do the same thing over F, and just make up whatever you like. I didn't even have a tune in my head. I'm just fooling around. So, just one more time. And that's why I prefer to play 3-note chords, because I have big, long fingers, and playing 4-note full chords can be a little awkward. But that's all it is. No. There we go. Yep. Can be a little hard to think of it backwards, but anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Always harder when you're thinking about it than it is to actually just sit there and play. So it's not that hard. It's not that difficult. Don't let it intimidate you. And if you have any questions, just email me, judson@judsoncarroll.com, or leave a comment in the comment section below the video, and I'll get right back with you. And yeah, I'm going to try to remember to post this chord chart this week. I keep forgetting to do that. So anyway, I'll go back and put it on each of the chord lessons where you can find it online for yourself. And next week we may vary it up a little bit. I tell you what, if a few of you want to email me or tell me in the comments, do you need more than a week to work on this first chord scale? If you say you need more than a week, we'll do something completely different next week, and we'll get to voicing them with the third note on top the following week. But if everybody's good to go on this, then we'll move right on and we'll start voicing them with the third note on top. So y'all have a great week, and I'll talk to you next time.